Welcome back, guys. So today we're playing with one of the Amazon Chinese cheapy pole saws, and these, I'm not going to include the exact listing because there's tons of these and it's the exact same one. They're listed under different brand names and everything, but the photos are all the same. The model looks different, but I mean, it is the same. So anyway, got this. It was 150 bucks. And the reason I got this was just the saw attachment for my other two power heads was a lot more than this entire saw and all the accessories that came with it. So I already ran into a couple of issues. One, which thankfully I got the saw in a bind and it kicked the chain off. Okay, that's not an issue with the saw. That happens on any saw if you get it in a bind. But when I went to put the chain back on, there was an issue, and that was the bolt that holds the drive sprocket on was almost completely backed out. It was loose. So thankfully, you know, that happened at the right time so that I could see it and I could tighten it up before it got lost or before it chewed it up and spit it out and broke a bunch of stuff. So if you get one of these, that would be something I would check. What I did was grabbed a pair of vice grips, and the drive sprocket is like a centered metal, and I just grabbed it and then used the 10mm wrench to tighten it up. It didn't want to oil, and I ran quite a bit and it didn't want to oil. And I think what it was is it had air in it and I had the cap on tight. So I burped the cap a little bit and ran it some more and burped it a couple of times, you know, let it run, and it started working. It started oiling. Now, there's another issue that's not necessarily a major issue, but if you know how chainsaws work, it doesn't look right. And that is, I'll include a photo after this, that is the oil hole in the bar that's included does not line up with the oil hole where the oil comes out. And on some saws, that would be a no-no. I mean, it would not work. On this particular bar, the adjustment holes break through into the chain slot, the slot that the chain runs into, or runs in. And so the oil can build up in there and go on out. If you're looking at it, it looks wrong. It does not look like it should work, but it does work. This is the latest little problem. And these are minor things. This is what happens when you buy cheap stuff. And this is minor, but I have cut quite a bit with it. Cut all this out of this walnut tree, and I shut it off. We'll push that forward to shut it off. Went to restart it and I couldn't pull it back. So what has happened is, in using the saw, I twisted a little bit. This corner right here, idiots, this corner right here is sticking up. And so now it won't come back. If you push it down, it will come back. That's all that is. So what I'll have to do is, there's Phillips screws in the side. I'll have to push that back down in, get it lined up, and just tighten the screws up. If it keeps doing it, that corner will get notched off of there. You know, for the price and for the amount of work I've already done with it, these are just minor things. You know, like I said, now the bolt, that could have been an issue. Here's another screwy thing. So your scrinch, okay, one fits the spark plug, one is supposed to fit the nut on the bar. Well, the nut on the bar is 10mm. Neither one of these are going to fit that. The adjustment screw to tighten the chain is a slotted screw, just like always. So that's not going to help you there either. Now, it does come with a little toolkit that comes with, it has a cheapy plastic handled screwdriver that's reversible. So it's Phillips on one side, flat on the other. So they did include one. It's just this is made goofy. There's some pretty decent Allen wrenches to put it together with and everything. If you do get one of these, this makes life a little bit easier. So there is a alignment hole underneath here that a dog goes in, and I can show you. It's how you take it apart. So see this little deal? You push that down, that raises the pin in the back out of a hole in this. Do yourself a favor, scratch a mark. I use magic marker. Scratch a mark or something, because once you push that in there, you don't know where that hole is, and you're trying to put this together. So do yourself a favor, that makes life easy. Also, as you're using it, this thing, there's enough slop in it, it will turn. And so it might turn a little bit here and a little bit in the next joint, and then your saw at the end on the bar is crooked. Well, that's all it is. You know, you just rotate it back, tighten it down. I mean, you're putting force on it when the limbs are falling off, if they're very big, and some of these limbs were pretty big. You can see this is stuff I'm cutting with it, you know, and I know that's bigger than what I would normally use it for, but like I said, I'm trying to get it to oil. So, you know, guys, it's cheap. There's a few kinks that you have to work out, but it works. So if you're wanting a cheapo, you're definitely not going to use this for a lawn care service or something. But if this is just something you're going to use it once or twice a year, and you're going to use it for an hour or two, it probably will be fine. $16.99 was the Assurion, however you say it, extended warranty for 2 years after the manufacturer's warranty expires. Before the manufacturer's warranty expires, you get a hold of them and they put you in contact with the manufacturer. Now, Amazon says these are non-returnable, probably because of gasoline, but it does list, because we looked, it does list that it is returnable, but there's some kind of special exception or something. So if you have issues, and we've documented the issues that we've had with it, if you have issues, make sure you take photos of everything. What's it hurt to call them, or, well, chat? What's it hurt to chat with them and say, hey, these are the issues. I really can't return it because of the policy, but hey, what about a discount? Won't hurt to try. But it does work. Now, I'm going to tell you, you can't hardly hang on this thing, like put the strap on your shoulder and start it. It's got too much compression. It needs to be sitting on the ground. I even tried, kind of throwing it like you do with a chainsaw and pulling the rope. You put that on the ground, you put your hand there, you put your hand on the rope, you start it that way. It starts up pretty easy. I didn't have to make any adjustments. I mean, it looks janky as hell. Little bitty plastic parts in the carburetor and everything. But you know what? I didn't have to do a single thing to that carburetor. Put the gas in it, prime it with the primer bulb, put the choke on, started right up. And ever since I've been running it, I haven't had to choke it or anything. So, all in all, I think it's okay for what I'm going to use it for. And I'm going to use it. I mean, I've got some trees at the house that are over the power line. There's the biggest elm tree in the region just happens to reside in my yard, and it's starting to die. So I'm sure I'm going to be up in there. Anyway, guys, hope that helps you out. Don't be afraid of these things, but I would suggest getting the extended warranty. Thanks for watching. Quick follow-up. I forgot to mention, when your saw is shipped in the box, it comes with these rubber caps over the top. Reason being, there isn't a retainer on the other end of these. So I suggest hanging on to a couple. Carry them in your pocket or keep them in your toolkit so that when you're moving things around, it doesn't just fall out. It won't fall out this direction, but like if I take that section out, it can fall out that direction. And I don't mean fall out, like completely fall out, but it does come out most of the way, and then you got to kind of work it back up in there.